Hey everyone, it's Trent Crave here, and in today's video, I want to be going through the top 5 athletes caught cheating from a bunch of different sports. I've done this list before, you guys loved it. It got like 1 million or 2 million views, so I figured why not hop on this view train again. But before getting this video, if you guys hate cheaters, then make sure you leave a like on this video, and of course, comment down below and tell me if you've ever seen an athlete that got caught cheating live, or maybe you saw an athlete cheating that didn't get caught or something like that. Tell me your experiences down in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel because it'll really help out. But let's look at into this top 5, which is actually a top 6. And number 6 spot, we're going to start with one that happened during an NFL game. And this one is just ridiculous. This was a game between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. And one of the coaches on the Jets, a strength training coach or something like that, he purposely set up a couple of the players, including himself, I think it was like 5 of them, to set up a wall and purposely trip Dolphins players who were running down the field next to their sideline.
Miami had the ball, a grand total of 17 seconds on that possession. Holmes is deep. Got a lot of room to work with here. Holmes to the 30. And then heads out of bounds shy of the 35-yard line. An injured Dolphin on the play is Nolan Carroll. He is on the Jets sideline.
Boy, it looked like he got tripped by one of the members of the Jets staff. Well, this is just uncalled for in the NFL. Watch the knee here being stuck out on purpose to trip up Nolan Carroll. Not sure who that person is, but they should be ashamed of themselves for that type of action. That has no place in any athletic event.
Moving on to number 5, we got a soccer one, and I'm not sure how into soccer you guys are, but if you are a soccer fan and you're a fan of England, this is probably one of your saltiest moments, and I'm sure that you know a decent amount about it. But back in 1986, England was playing in the World Cup, and there's this guy on the other team named Diego Maradona that scored the winning goal against England, and they lost because of it. But the goal that Diego had scored was actually with his hand. He couldn't pull off a header, so he actually used his hand, and he did this all completely deliberately, which he actually said in an interview. You know, he did it on purpose, and he got away with it, and the England ended up losing. As much as some people might hate cheaters, I mean, I'm just saying, this dude pulled it off really well.
Just not true of Olatico Chair at the moment, but certainly it's been true of the England team. Haven't seen that much of Hardjaw or Trevor Steven. Maradona just walked away from Hoddle then. Valdano, Hodge and Maradona! They're appealing for offside. The ball came back off the foot of Steve Hodge, and Maradona gives Argentina the lead. The England players protesting to the referee. But the little man who started it by walking past Glenn Hoddle, that's where the ball came from Hodge. Maradona had continued the run forward. And the goal is given. At what point was he offside? Or was it a use of the hand that England are complaining about?
Hoodie number 4, we've got a baseball one, and this involves a professional pitcher named Brian Mattis. And he was just going through and doing a usual thing, throwing and that kind of stuff. But one of the umps realized that he was doing some unusual stuff, or maybe he saw something, I'm not really sure. But Brian Mattis, he basically had this foreign substance on his arm. They didn't know what it was until they went and investigated. I think it was like pine tar or something. I can't remember right. I could just watch the video again, but I'm kind of a lazy ass, if I'm being honest.
Dan Jennings out there asking Jordan Baker to go down and talk with the crew chief, Paul Emmel, about something. Oh, boy. Is he calling out his substance on Brian Mattis's arm? Like we saw Will Smith thrown out for a couple of days ago in Milwaukee. Like we saw Michael Pineda suspended for last year in New York. Buck Showalter comes to see.
They had obviously seen something out on the mound. I think the discussion was more or less, should we say something? Is that some sort of substance? And obviously, with the quick 2 outs, Dan Jennings took it upon himself to bring it to the attention of the umpire.
It's going to be an awkward conversation. He's been thrown out of the game. Brian Mattis becomes the second big league pitcher this week to get thrown out of a game for a foreign substance on his arm.
In the number 3 spot, this is a Nancy Kerrigan attack with Tonya Harding. There was actually a movie just recently made about Tonya Harding, but Nancy Kerrigan, just before the national championships and Olympics and stuff like that, was attacked, and this was all set up by Tonya Harding's ex-husband and also bodyguard, I believe, or something like that, some bullshit. They planned the attack because they didn't want Nancy Kerrigan to be able to compete in the Olympics, so Tonya Harding had a better chance because she was one of her main competitors. Now, there's always a big talk after this whole thing blew up of whether or not Tonya Harding actually knew about it, and I believe she ended up getting charged about, knowing that there was going to be some attack possibly happening, but not to who. But in my opinion, I feel like she knew about it. That's just my opinion. I've watched some interviews of her and shit like that, and she just feels kind of off to me.
The guy go get outside?
Frank, this way. Frank, went down that way. He's a white guy, tall, leather jacket. All they know is a tall white guy with a leather jacket on.
Over to 2, we're heading back over to baseball, and this one involves Sammy Sosa. And he's been involved in a lot of different controversies with cheating and things like that. I'm going to focus on this one right here with a broken bat that was having some cork and shit inside of it, which was obviously illegal, and he got caught for it during a game.
3-2. Bouncing ball up the middle. A run's going to score. Anderson to throw to first. And time will bring home runs alive. Gonzalez to third gives Sosa his 25th RBI on a broken bat. The Cubs lead by 1 here in the first inning.
Well, this isn't
They're
good.
looking for a few more pieces of the lumber.
No, they're looking to see what's in the bat. And they want to see if what's in the bat is really the bat or if there's anything in there that shouldn't be in there. And Chip, the only time I've seen something in there is if the bat is corked. Now, as far as we know, they have just the handle of the bat. They don't have the barrel of the bat. And Grzelcyk is going back to third. And Gonzalez is going back to second. And I believe there's going to be 2 outs.
So still be a ground ball out, 4-3 for Sosa.
I think the put out usually is given to the closest man to the play. In that case, it would be the catcher. 2 unassisted. That's how they work with interference. And that's what they were looking at.
And finally, number 1 spot, we're going to end this video off with a super controversial one. I'm just including this one just because I want to hear you guys' opinions on it because it's controversial as shit. But this one involves the Russia ban, which they basically got banned, Russia, entirely from the 2018 Winter Olympics because of possible state-sponsored doping and a bunch of shit like that. And a lot of people are saying, okay, this is good. And then a lot of people are also saying this is bad because what about the people who were not doping and how unfair this is to them? So there's a bunch of outrage at both the Olympics and there's also a bunch of support for the Olympics. And it's kind of torn between those two. So let me know what you think on that.
The Russian Olympic Committee is suspended with immediate effect. Individual clean Russian athletes will be able to participate under strict conditions at the Olympic Winter Games Pyeongchang 2018. These invited athletes will participate, be it in individual or team competitions, under the name Olympic Athlete from Russia, with the acronym OAR. They will compete with the uniform bearing this name and under the Olympic flag. The Olympic anthem will be played in any ceremony.
Those are the clips that I have for today's video. Hope that you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you like on this video. If we can break 10,000 likes, that would be insanely awesome. I really appreciate that. And also make sure to comment down below and tell me which one of these clips is your favorite. Which one of these athletes caught cheating was the worst one, and let me know if you ever caught somebody cheating. Maybe it was on TV that you were watching, a sports game, or maybe somebody cheated against you during a sports game. Tell me any stories that you have down in the comment section below, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel because that would really help out. And if you want to see another video kind of similar to this one, make sure you go and check out the part 1 of this video. Just basically the same video except with different clips and more shit to watch. So if you like this one, you'll definitely like that one. I'll leave a link to it down in the description, so definitely go check it out. But for this one, it's pretty much over, so I'll see you guys later. Shebang, bitches. One is Trent Crave here, and in today's video, I want to be going through the top 5 athletes caught cheating from a bunch of different sports. I've done this list before, you guys loved it. It got like 1 million or 2 million views, so I figured why not hop on this view train again. But before we get into this video, if you guys hate cheaters, then make sure you like on this video, and of course, comment down below and tell me if you've ever seen an athlete that got caught cheating live, or maybe you saw an athlete cheating that didn't get caught or something like that. Tell me your experiences down in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel because it'll really help out. But let's look into this top 5, which is actually a top 6. And number 6 spot, we're going to start with one that happened during an NFL game. And this one is just ridiculous. This was a game between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. And one of the coaches on the Jets, a strength training coach or something like that, he purposely set up a couple of the players, including himself, I think it was like 5 of them, to set up a wall and purposely trip Dolphins players who were running down the field next to their sideline.
Miami had the ball a grand total of 17 seconds on that possession. Holmes is deep.